Oh, what's good out there, world? Welcome to this edition of Smoking and Baking with Trademark. And today, I'm going to be making for you some cream cheese brownies, and the ingredients are as follows. So right here, I have 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and I sifted before I measured it. And right here, I have three different measuring cups of sugar. I'm going to be using them at different times. I'll let you know how much I'll be using. And right here, I have 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. If you want to use semi-sweet, you can use unsweetened. You can use the sweet chocolate. I wouldn't use the sweet chocolate, but I'll do the semi or the unsweetened chocolate. Right here, I have a stick of unsalted butter at room temperature, 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature, and also 3 large eggs at room temperature. I'm also going to be using some vanilla extract. I'm going to be using my hand mixer, and right here I have a 9-inch baking dish, and I lined it with some aluminum foil. You can use parchment paper if you like. And right here I have my mixing bowl. So let's get to baking. So I already added 8 ounces of the cream cheese in my mixing bowl, and it's at room temperature. And I'm going to add in 1/3 cup of sugar, and I'm going to use my hand mixer to mix this up until it gets nice and creamy. So now that we got that nice and creamy, we're going to add our one uh, egg in at room temperature. And then we're going to continue the mix. Now that we got this mixed up and it's nice and creamy, I'm going to add this right here to the bowl. And I'm just going to set it aside until I'm ready for it. So while I was waiting for my water to come to a boil on the stove, I took the 4 ounces of the semi-sweet chocolate and I did a rough cut. And my 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, I just cut into little pieces. So now I'm going to mix. Just drop this on in here. And I think my water is simmering, and I'm going to add it to the pot and get this melted. So again, we're making our brownie mix. So we have our chocolate right here, and our unsalted butter is already melted. So now I'm going to add in 1 1/4 cup of white sugar, and we're going to stir this until it's combined. Again, we're going to wipe down the sides of our bowl. I decided to add my this attachment right here. I don't know why. I can't even think of the name of it, but I'll remember it. But I added it to my mixer so I could get a good mix on this. And now I'm gonna just turn it up a little bit. Now we got everything thoroughly mixed, and before we put our batter and everything together, we want to take some of this batter out. Like, we want to save like a half a cup. We got our half a cup, and we're going to set this to the side right over here next to the cream cheese. So I already greased down my baking dish, and again I said I decided to line mine with aluminum foil, but you can use parchment paper. Only thing I ask is you leave a little extra ends on the flap so you can get your cake out your dish and put it onto your baker's rack easily. Once we get all the chocolate in our baking dish, you just want to spread it out and make sure we get the corners real good. And the next thing we're going to do is take our cream cheese and put that over top of the brownie mix. And we're going to spread this even too. So now we got the cream cheese spread over top of the brownie mix. We want to use the remaining brownie mix and just put like little dots going across the cake. And we want to try to like do a row of 4. Or maybe 3. But I should be able to do 4. So now that I have all my brownie dots on, I'm going to just take this toothpick and run straight through it so I can get a nice little swirl. Now I already have my oven preset to 325 degrees, and I'm going to leave it in there like for 30 minutes. Now I know a lot of times when I'm baking, I always say use that toothpick and make sure it come out nice and dry. But with the brownie, it can be a little wet and a little. It can be just a little bit wet, like more for moistness though. You don't have to be like totally dry. But here it goes. I'm ready to put this in the oven, and I'll see y'all when it's done.